Karl, obviously there's obvious things to discuss in terms of the sending off and so on, but in the first half, FC had 2/3 possession. Did you feel that FC lacked a bit of cutting edge, or that the goal was going to come?
No, I honestly thought the goal had come. We had opportunities, good save by Sam on one of them, and then opportunities within their box to maybe take a snapshot rather than being too sure of ourselves, to be honest. And that, we mentioned that at half time, and then obviously for me we start the half really well, and then obviously the sending off kind of changes it. In that respect, but I thought even with 10 men, the spirit and the quality was fantastic, and on another day with probably another official, we end up with our just rewards. I feel for the players in there, because we certainly didn't deserve to be losing that game, but what we can draw from it is Chorley being top of the league, and I think they know that they've come here and been in a real game, and I'm sure they'll be looking at us and knowing that we're going to be there or thereabouts come the end of the season.
And the play in the first half seemed to be the ball was kept on the ground a lot. There was little resource to the long ball, and that seemed to be was that very much the way you wanted to play.
Yeah, that's
Chorley?
That was I think it's important to stick what we believe in, and I said that after the Rushall game, that was a lesson learned really, because we started to force things against them and it didn't work, whereas today again and us going forward, from now on we will always play in the right way, without resorting. Obviously, you get to the last minute and you're sending goalkeepers up and stuff like that, you are resorting to a little bit of desperation tactics, but in cup ties, you might as well lose 2, 3, whatever now, as long as you're trying to win the cup tie. And I think at that point we were obviously trying to get back into it.
So let's go on to the obvious talking point. Tom Davies, quite early in the second half, we broke up an attack basically, did a very good tackle on the ground, but then as he came forward he couldn't quite control the ball, and he appeared to lunge in, and it was one of those challenges that does give the referee a decision to make. How have you any reaction from Thomas? How he felt about it?
No, I've not spoken to Tom yet.
How did you see it?
I saw it as it should have been a foul on us, on Tom. He's won an absolutely fantastic tackle. He's running away from their player. He's got his body across him, and he's pulled him back. He's grabbed hold of his shirt. I have spoken to the referee about it. He is going to look at the DVD, but he won't rescind the tackle. Now, if he stops it at source, when the first incident has happened, the red card doesn't happen, and we're not talking about him.
Yeah, and the tug was a subtle tug, would you say, that was perhaps done with a bit of savvy by the?
Yeah, possibly, but referees are there to not be able to miss them things. It's dead easy getting them decisions. Having said that, there was one in the first half where Jake Cottrell's got 2 feet off the floor against Lee Neville, and Lee Neville ends up with a bucket. So big questions on that front, and the numerous penalty claims.
So, for example, what were you particularly concerned about in regards to penalties? Which incidents?
Well, I think the Matthew Wolfenden one towards the end, when Tom Baker's definitely caught him in the box, and the referee stood right on top of it, but didn't give it. And the Sam Ashton one, where he's come out to make a challenge, and Lee Neville made no contact with the ball. Lee's headed the ball, and it's hit the crossbar. It's been cleared off the line. If that doesn't go in, that's got to be a penalty. Is
the referees, does he follow the ball really to see if it goes in the goal, and is Ashton committing that foul as the ball has kind of left the scene, so to speak, would you say?
The referee should be seeing these things. That's it. It was clear as day from where I could see. Lee's gone up to win the ball, which he has done, and Sam's caught him. Now, as soon as that doesn't go in the goal, that's a foul. Technically, that is a foul. So that should result in a penalty to us.
Obviously, it's a raw moment, but the only benefit from a result like today is that FC United, like all the teams, have got a 46-game league programme. That's where I'm sure everybody's emphasis is on trying to get up this season after becoming so close. Do you is that something you can look as a positive in the coming days once you got over the rawness?
Possibly.
Of the defeat?
The real positive for me is the way that the lads have responded. Like I said, I thought they were absolutely magnificent today. The football they played was great. The determination they showed against a tough side was different class, and that going forward will take us on to achieve things, I'm sure.
Yeah, and you've got an abundance of players. We
had an abundance of players.
Injuries picked up today?
There's a couple of niggles in there. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to assess them. But
and Ollie Banks was out today. Was that just a precaution? Or?
Yeah, but he's. There's hopefully more news to come on Ollie, which is good news. So we'll have to wait on that.
Well, thanks for joining us. Tough luck,
very much.
And we'll be seeing you again on Tuesday for the home game with Whitby.
No, it's called off.
Has it?
Yeah.
Because
They've drew in the FA Cup. So.
Oh, they've drawn. So they've got to replay. So Tuesday night off then. Enjoy training.
You will. I will.
Thanks, Carl.
Cheers, James. Thanks, mate.